Hello, welcome back. This is Two Non-Critics and a Cat. It's just Feds and I today. Julie got caught up with work.
Me and Julia are like Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Exactly.
We cannot exist in the same room at the same time.
The same side of, different sides of the same coin.
Yeah, exactly.
That was Harvey Dent, actually, but still.
There you go.
Whatever. But anyway, we are here today to talk finally about the Oscars nominations.
Indeed.
And we're quite happy with...
Well, for the quality of the movies this year, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We're quite happy with the nominations. Some surprises, but were good surprises.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some surprises, good surprises. We watched some movies actually this week because we're trying, among the three of us to have them watched, all of them, the movies of the Oscars before the Oscars.
Yes.
So we can give you... I mean, Fed's already watched most of them because of the London Film Festival, but we are catching up. So this week we have seen The Brutalist, both of us, yesterday.
We're gonna watch
2 days. No, 2 days ago.
It was 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago, which was the day that it was released actually in UK. First day. We watched it in 70 millimeters.
Yeah, at the BFI South Bank, which was really nice. There wasn't too much advertisement before, which was good because the movie itself is 3 hours and a half. We had the intermission, which weird choice because we've seen longer movies
without intermission.
Without intermissions, yeah. One of them was Killers of the Flower Moon, the famous kidnapping that happened a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but great experience, I have to say. I really like watching movies there because it's all cinema lovers, so you can feel that
it was a good atmosphere. Yeah, everybody was interacting with the movie at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a room that cheered when they said we're screening a 70 millimeters print, and I'm like,
woo!
And they were
everybody
like,
was super happy,
and I was like, okay, this is a geek room,
Yeah, exactly.
which is great. And then
we're gonna watch.
I watched The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Yesterday, and we are gonna watch the Complete Unknown on
in a couple
Tuesday.
of days. Yeah, on Tuesday.
So the day that this comes out. So we'll have more.
More
we
to
watched
say.
Conclave already.
Yeah. I watched The Substance.
You watched Emilia Perez.
And I watched Emilia Perez. Yeah.
So we've got a lot of to comment
a lot to
today.
say. Yeah.
We got more to say today. But we can start because honestly, it's a big episode. So I would start straight away because we have a lot of nomination to comment.
We miss you, Julie.
Yes, we miss you, Julie. Oscar nominations, finally, 2025. Actor in a leading role, Adrien Brody, Timothée Chalamet, Colman Domingo, Ralph Fiennes, Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Stan was the surprise of the category because he hasn't been super lucky across the awards season. He's been nominated in different awards for different roles, but it's we wouldn't expect The Apprentice to be...
He won the Golden Globe for a different man, right?
Yeah, where he was a supporting actor. Yes, exactly.
And then... what surprised me actually, because the SAG, normally they're a really good indicator for the Oscars, is not in there.
No.
Daniel Craig is nominated for the SAG instead of him.
Which, that's what they say was the biggest snub in terms of leading actor. Daniel Craig wasn't nominated for Queer. Gotta be honest, I'm really happy with the Oscar nominations. I'm only missing Timothée Chalamet, which we're going to do on Tuesday, so I'll see if I'm happy about him. But the rest, good combination of names.
Yes. Adrien Brody, we watched The Brutalist, is amazing. The only problem I have with Adrien Brody is that he is so amazing. I mean, he's the youngest actor to ever win an Oscar for Best Actor.
He has to one-up himself.
Yes, and in The Pianist, he was just unbelievable. I don't think in The Brutalist he's better than he was in The Pianist.
I think in a way, probably it might seem like he's not better just because this kind of movie, it close to home for him because he was an immigrant as well.
Hungarian. He's of Hungarian
descent.
His mom is Hungarian.
So he's like first generation American. So I think like to this, he was, because he was so close to his own experience, he felt probably the burden of it. or the need to make it believable. So probably that adds a little bit of pressure to the performance in a way.
Could be. Timothée, I haven't seen A Complete Unknown yet, even though you know my opinion of Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah, we have the same opinion about him.
He's good, but I think he's very, very, very overrated.
He still has to mature.
Yes,
as
I
an
agree.
actor.
He would be great at some point, but I don't think he is yet great. He's good.
Colman Domingo is the unlucky man.
Yeah, he is unlucky because he was nominated last year. My God, like against who? And this year, again. And his problem is in both cases that he never has a strong movie behind. Like he's literally always the best thing in the movies that he makes. Yeah. Even though Sing Sing, I would argue that he's a lot better than Rustin. From what I've heard
of the story.
I will watch it this week. But it didn't get so much traction.
And again, it's one movie that was released this summer as well, so it's a long time to try and push the envelope and make him part of it. But they made a nomination, so...
But Coleman is amazing, and a case needs to be done for him. He is the second actor in history, black actor in history, after Denzel Washington, to have reached 2 nominations in a row for actor in a leading role.
Yeah.
And that says a lot.
That is a testament to his, exactly. That is a testament to his talent.
He's very young, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's still young career-wise. I think he will win an Oscar in his career, I think.
Absolutely.
He's doing incredible work. But I don't think he'll be this time.
And I like him as a human being as well.
He's such
a sweet guy. My God.
He's very nice. He, in a podcast, I think with an Irish guy, he said how he met his husband.
Yeah. At the supermarket, people. No applications needed.
Exactly.
It was at the supermarket.
It was fantastic. Then we have Ralph Fiennes for Conclave. So Ralph Fiennes, I liked him, but I don't think this was the best performance of his career. But then sometimes they give an Oscar
for the career.
And we're talking about a guy here that did not win an Oscar for Schindler's List and The English Patient.
Yeah.
So I think, despite he didn't win anything yet so far, but we still have the BAFTA to go, and he's British, by the way, so he might well win that. Conclave has a big traction at the BAFTAs.
Yeah, that's true.
And we don't have the SAG yet, and so on. I think he's still in the race with Adrian Brody.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think it's between him and Adrian Brody. And then we have the last up and coming, which is Sebastian Stan. I watched
The Apprentice
yesterday.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
I really liked his performance, and I enjoyed the movie as well. Like when I saw it in the London Film Festival, it was really entertaining.
And he wasn't judgy either. Like I didn't find it to be treating him well or not well. Like it was
just
quite
a proper, impartial story about a man that made himself in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't find it.
No, he wasn't praising, he wasn't celebratory, he wasn't condemning or damning of the character. It was just like, this is the man, and this is how he came to be who he is now.
Yes, his performance was impressive. Honestly, the way that he consciously used his skill was incredible, because he started soft, like with the voice was softly like reminding of the way that we see Trump now. And then, but the mouth, the way he moved the mouth was just unbelievable. And then basically he was growing into this character and his confidence in becoming the Trump that we know now. And so the voice became more the one that we know now.
And have you noticed how it becomes the man that he is by copying
the Jeremy Strong? Yes, absolutely. Jeremy Strong starts with how Trump is now.
Correct.
And then he does a reverse.
Correct. Absolutely.
360 degrees.
Well, as soon as you start seeing Jeremy Strong acting it, it's like, oh my God, that's where Trump got it and you understand so many things about it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, unbelievable. Honestly, unbelievable.
I feel like it's a good run for everybody. Like the only person that I haven't seen so far is Timothée Chalamet, so I wouldn't know. But the rest, well-deserved nomination.
Even though from what I've read...
not great.
From the reviews of the movie, they're not like
I think
incredibly
so a lot of
pleasing.
like even for Conclave, a lot of the interpretation on the character comes from the story as well. If the story is not that intriguing or is not being treated as it should be, celebrating the figure of Bob Dylan or talking about the election system for the papacy, it makes it difficult to kind of like see, hey, this is an outstanding performance. That's why you probably think that Ralph Fiennes is not the finest work, because the story itself lacks traction in a way. Like it's a good movie, but it's not a movie that you will consider like interesting like Schindler's List is. It doesn't capture you.
It doesn't have the emotional intensity of a Schindler's List of the English Patient. Yeah, which it's normally needed for a best actor. Like I think of, for example, one of the last that won that didn't have a strong movie was Brendan Fraser. But first of all, there was such a comeback story. But secondly, that had such an emotional charge, that movie, and his role, that obviously that helped. So in the case of Ralph Fiennes, it doesn't have that. Because it's not that emotional. As a movie, like it's actually it made me laugh more than it made me emotional.
I still found it entertaining, but it didn't it lacked emotion because there's no emotion to grasp on in a way. It's more an analytical way to tell a story.
And then actor in a supporting role. So we have Yura Borisov, Kieran Culkin, Edward Norton, Guy Pearce, Jeremy Strong. Here we have Guy Pearce, thanks God. The SAG snubbed
him.
Guy Pearce for Jonathan Bailey in Wicked, which I find
preposterous at this point.
Sorry, but like Guy Pearce, I found Guy Pearce in The Brutalist is in some way almost better than Adrien Brody. I think his character was just so disgusting, but it's also at the beginning you don't think he's disgusting. Like he has a character that is so weird. Like
that, but that's Guy Pearce. So he does his finest acting for negative roles. Like every time that he's playing the bad guy, fantastic. It's the polar opposite of himself. And that's where he does his best work, I think. He's able to tap into some kind of emotion that makes you... It sneaks up on you as well, because it starts like okay, this guy, you have the feeling that is not gonna come, it's not gonna be good, but it's like a crescendo throughout the movie, which is amazing.
He's I think he's one of the best things in The Brutalist, even though I don't think he'll win, because I don't know why, but the Academy has something against not likable characters.
That's true.
They like like torment, but not really like when you're an evil character. So I think
here will be Kieran Culkin if we follow the trend of all the awards.
I think this is easy, Kieran Culkin. Jeremy Strong, by the way, is really good in The Apprentice, but
he really is.
His role is very similar. Not his role, but like the intensity and the acting is very similar to Kendall Roy in Succession.
Okay.
So even though the end is very different, but I don't think that's going to be enough to take it from Kieran Culkin.
Yura Borisov is young. He is a good I
think it's a first
first ever
movie.
But it's he's good and he fits really well in the another realm. But compared to the other performances, again, we will talk about...
I haven't seen Edward Norton yet. Yes. Who I love, and he's very underrated as an actor. I think I saw him in Fight Club the first time.
But probably this one will go to Kieran Culkin.
I agree. I don't think A Complete Unknown is getting enough love, to be honest.
No tractions at all.
Reviews and stuff, I don't know.
It was really anticipated. And then the anticipation just blow.
So, actress in a leading role.
Yeah.
We have Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon, Mickey Madison, Demi Moore, Fernanda Torres.
Okay, so
You watched Emilia Perez.
I watched all of them apart from I'm Still Here. Okay, so I think probably it's gonna go to Fernanda Torres if we see the awards, and I do really hope so because
She's Brazilian, never happened.
yeah. So Wicked, amazing. Cynthia Erivo did a great job. It will be the completion of her EGOT if that happens. I wouldn't be too mad about it because I do believe that she really believed in that character. She's really emotional. She gave a really great performance. But
on the other side,
Wicked is getting, yeah, exactly,
that like Oscar kind of level.
Demi Moore, I finally watched The Substance. Great performance, but I think I saw her do better. But again, the Academy's love a good comeback story, and she's the one for this year.
Yes.
So she's never been recognized for all
in
the other
45
movies.
years of career. So
Yeah.
I hope it's either Fernanda Torres or Demi Moore.
Yeah.
Fernanda Torres, because she's Brazilian and I like an outsider to win.
Yeah.
Because Demi Moore is definitely like Hollywood circle, you know. But then on the other side, she has a very long career and she never won anything
Exactly.
in 45 years. And I think it would be very well deserved.
Mickey Madison, really great in Anora, a fantastic performance.
But
I don't think.
as
But
well.
she's new. She's really young, and I think she will have plenty other occasions to rise to another nomination. Carla Sofia Gascon. I'm trying to understand how Emilia Perez got 13 nominations to begin with. I'm really sorry. Nah, sorry. that makes no sense to me.
I have not met yet anybody who liked that movie.
What I found upsetting is that the story itself could have been it could have given you such a better material. The choice of making it a musical, really bad. There was no need. And also, it's been not studied properly. So the theme that they chose, it's a really dramatic and really difficult theme.
Yeah, also
about people disappearing in Mexico.
Nobody's Mexican, I think.
No, nobody is Mexican.
Which
The director is not Mexican.
Mexico actually complained about it.
The director didn't study the subject at all and wasn't familiar with it. So, yeah, that didn't go well.
Well, you don't see her winning then?
Nah.
Okay, fine. Actress in a supporting role. So we have Monica Barbaro, Ariana Grande, Felicity Jones, Isabella Rossellini, Zoe Saldana. Felicity Jones, which we've seen in The Brutalist very recently, as we said. I don't think she had enough.
Her
screen
role
time
was weird.
Yeah, it really was. It was more of a distant. Like she's more in letters during the movie.
Yes.
Than
true. You have more voice performance.
She's not in the first part. She's only in the second part. In the second part, she's a little weird.
Yeah.
She's not weird. She has a weird arch. Like
it's a weird evolution of her character. Yes.
I don't know. She like I've seen her do better stuff.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think they really. I don't think so. Bradley Corbett is a man. I don't think not because he's a man. Because I don't know. Almodovar can write women, but I feel like he didn't really put too much attention on writing this character as he did with the male characters.
There's a lot of. I think it was a lot about him and Guy Pearce's character, but also. She acts like the grounding, the grounding character of the story, but it's not that strong. Like I think she was meant to be that, like keep him grounded, but she actually ends up destabilizing the story because when he sees her, she's in a wheelchair, so he doesn't expect that. So it becomes
in
more
a way,
of a...
She reminds me a little bit of the character that Emily Blunt played last year, but Emily Blunt's character was a little less weird than she is.
Yeah.
Like it was a bit more linear, let's say. She's an alcoholic. She's, I don't know, she's not very...
I think they don't touch about the fact that they're both Holocaust survivors, sorry. But it's there. And that's probably what makes it weird, because it's implied, but it's not specified.
So there's a lot of sex in, related to her character. And I don't quite think they have spent enough time developing her character so that you understand what this obsession come from. Because, for example, the fact that he's impotent, I know because I read the presentation of the movie for the BFI. But otherwise, I don't know if I would have understood that, really.
No, you don't understand why they take their niece with them, why there's this relationship with her.
Also, I don't understand if that's something that he developed after being in the concentration camp because of some abuse and so on. I think it is, probably. To be honest, because I had a feeling that it was for that, because there are some, en passant kind of mention of abuse and so on. But I don't know. I wish they developed that character more than they did. Her character more than they did.
Yeah, that's true. At this point, I look at these names. I think about the movies, because for this case, apart from A Complete Unknown, I've seen everybody. I was rooting for Zoe Saldana, but thinking about Emilia Perez, I lost the reason for the nomination for her as well. Like, unfortunately, the movie, for me, makes her character and her interpretation quite bad. So for this one, I'm a little bit of a loss. I will give it to Isabella Rossellini, but she didn't have enough screen time. Even though she managed to get a nomination for a 8-minute screen time.
I absolutely love her.
I do too.
I would love for her to win.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, she is the kid of Rossellini, director, and Ingrid Bergman.
Yes.
Like, you're not a...
She has it in the blood, in the heritage.
Yes. But anyway, this one, I really don't know. I have to be honest.
I'm a loss.
Saldana, but I'm not
Probably
sure.
It's going to be Zoe Saldana,
And
but I'm really not sure.
I hope Isabella Rossellini, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Animated feature film. So, Flo, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, and The Wild Robot. So, I think most likely it is Flo or The Wild Robot. Yeah. Even though the Academy has a a massive presence from Disney as a production company. But I don't think it will win over either Flo or The Wild Robot. So I really liked The Wild Robot when I saw it, but a case needs to be made that Flo has the animation that I've seen in Flo, the animation technique is outstanding, and also the fact that this is a movie developed from Latvia, it's in the best international
so you're hoping for the underdog
as well. Yes, it makes it quite unique.
But The Wild Robot,
I know, it's really nice. It's just that they're very similar as topics, but the animation in Flow is just outstanding. The Wild Robot as well has a really good animation, but the thing is, you have to think of the resources that DreamWorks has versus a movie that they made in Latvia.
In my perfect utopia, and I'm gonna give a spoiler, Flo will win international movie, which will not, because he's gonna go to
Emilia Perez.
No, international. I think he probably either Emilia Perez or Fernando Torres one.
Oh, I'm Still Here. Yeah.
I'm Still Here. Hopefully that one. And The Wild Robot will get animation, but maybe the run is between those two, Flo and The Wild Robot. But it was a good run for all of the movie involved, I think.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think that Moana 2 is out.
2. Yeah.
Which is fair, to be honest. Like, these ones are a lot better. Memoir of a Snail won the London Film Festival.
Just that one, yeah.
And it's in, I think it's stop motion from what I saw.
Yes, it is.
So it's very interesting. Animated short film we'll skip because honestly we haven't seen any and it wouldn't make sense for us to comment. So cinematography, The Brutalist, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Maria Nosferatu. If the word made sense, Dune Part 2, but Greg Fraser already won the Oscar for Best Cinematography for Dune Part 1, so I believe it might go to either Nosferatu or The Brutalist.
Yeah, it will make sense for either one of the two to get it. Yeah, I wouldn't be too mad about that.
Costume design, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Gladiator 2, Nosferatu, Wicked.
I think Wicked, most likely. It could be also Nosferatu, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you. Both. I think Wicked this year will be like exactly like the copy and paste of Barbie last year.
Getting a lot of the costume
and makeup or costume and production design or one of the two.
Getting the technical ones.
Directing. We have Sean Baker for Anora, Brady Corbett for The Brutalist, James Mangold for A Complete Unknown, Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez, and Coralie Farja for The Substance.
So I think Sean Baker won at the Cannes Film Festival for Anora.
Brady Corbett won the Golden Globe. I am shocked that Denis Villeneuve is not here.
Yeah.
But and I am shocked.
Jacques Audiard is.
And James Mangold for A Complete Unknown. I'm shocked I'm just shocked.
The Substance had an interesting directing in the movie. I think it's Coralie Farge did a really good job. Yeah. But it's either going to be probably either The Brutalist or
I hope Brady Corbett is winning, because in terms of direction, that movie is perfect.
Yeah.
And even the way that he organized it, like,
making old style. Yeah.
And then the movie in like, not
with
in
intermission, but in it was played into different eras of his life, of the...
Also, it's just extremely well directed.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just I'm thinking the scene of the marble in Carrara is just
that was a
masterpiece.
That was amazing.
My God. Because it's all feeding into the feelings, the emotions, and it's just the marble cracking. It's like
it's the sound.
It is a metaphor.
It gives the rhythm. The sound of the mountains gives the rhythm to the scene, and that's just music.
Yeah, exactly. So we are also skipping documentary for the same reason.
Yeah.
Film editing, we have Anora, The Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, and Wicked. The Brutalist.
Yeah,
of course. International feature film, we have Brazil, Denmark, France, Germany, and Latvia. So I'm still here for Brazil. Denmark, The Girl with the Needle, Emilia Perez for France, The Seed of the Sacred Fig for Germany, and Flo for Latvia. So in your dream,
my dream, it will be either Flo, or I'm Still Here. But if we're talking about a politically correct decision, that will be Emilia Perez, which doesn't deserve
in my mind, I hope Emilia Perez wins this so that The Brutalist can win Best Picture.
Oh my God, don't make me... Oh no.
Yeah, makeup and hairstyling, A Different Man, Emilia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, Wicked.
Nosferatu,
for me. I thought The Substance might...
No, not... Well... sorry, that was a brain vomit. It could, for probably the last...
There's a lot of prosthetic.
For the last half of it. For the prosthetic, Nosferatu same is prosthetic,
but then they don't necessarily love prosthetic. Like remember what happened to poor Bradley Cooper last year? Didn't win even.
But
makeup.
That's different. That is different. That prosthetic was more like to make him look exactly like him, but this one is more like artistry. So Nosferatu was really well made in terms of like prosthetic for creating a monster. But I don't know. We'll see.
Music. Original score. The Brutalist. Daniel Blumberg. Volker Bertelmann for Conclave. Clement Ducol and Camille for Emilia Perez. John Powell and Steven Schartz for Wicked. And Chris Powers for The Wild Robot.
I would love The Wild Robot.
I really like The Brutalist as well.
The Brutalist is a really good soundtrack. Emilia Perez shouldn't be there. I could do a full episode on this. My God.
We will,
my
probably.
God. My God.
The soundtrack for The Brutalist, the score for The Brutalist was, I found it haunting. The first, the overture bit, I was feeling anxiety just from the soundtrack. And then to direct it that way with the subtitles to in original language and it's dark and you don't understand quite what's going on, it gives you like a sense of anxiety.
Sense of confusion and anxiety.
And
I agree. To me, like the runner-ups would be The Brutalist and The Wild Robot.
Yeah.
Wicked, I'm confused because, yes, it's original in the musical, but I don't know.
I don't know. I will watch it this week as well, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Best Picture.
Yes.
So we have Anora, The Brutalist. So expected. A Complete Unknown, it was expected. Conclave, same. Dune Part 2, same. Emilia Perez, same. Come on.
It was expected, but nah.
Yeah. I'm Still Here. That's not... I didn't expect it.
No.
I thought A Real Pain might be
because it
there.
was already as international. So, but again, remember Parasite? It was the same. It was international and Best Picture, and it won Best Picture.
I thought A Real Pain might be there. But
no.
Nickel Boys also, I didn't.
No, I wasn't expecting it.
The Substance, yes. Yeah. Wicked, yes.
Yes.
So they've picked a mix of indie, blockbuster,
horror as well, which is a good
author.
Yeah.
It's a good mix in terms of macro categories. In terms of quality of the movies, I find these tend to be extremely of lower quality.
It would have been really difficult for me to find 10 good movies this year. Gotta be honest. I'm gonna be really honest.
Not good, like there are good movies, but 10 Oscar worthy movies.
Exactly. Like this is a bit of a stretch.
I have to say that
for some of them.
The one that I'm absolutely sure it's Oscar level, it's The Brutalist.
Yes.
All of the other 9, some are good movies, but I'm not sure why they are like
I still
Oscar.
need to see
Nickel Boys.
Nala agrees with us.
Yes. I hope The Brutalist will win. If Emilia Perez win, I think it will be a robbery.
I'm gonna hopefully not. I hope I'm gonna celebrate and not ask myself why for the next year.
Also, I mean, Dune Part 2 was incredible, but I think it just came out too early in the year, and I hope they're doing with it what they did with The Lord of the Rings, which is they wait for the last one and then they shower them with
hopefully
awards, because honestly, Denis Villeneuve not being in Best Director is a crime.
A travesty.
No, it's just a crime to me, I think The Brutalist. I don't know. I don't have really anyone else.
I agree.
I think it's Oscar worth it.
I agree.
Also, I read an article from Variety saying that the Academy is scared by sex because queer is not there. And what was the other? There's another one. But I was like, did they watch Baby Girl?
Did
they watch The Brutalist and Honora?
Probably not.
I was so confused.
Because there was
literally
even the
full
substance
sequence
like
with
nudity.
a porn movie from the 30s in The Brutalist.
Awkward.
It's just there's so much.
Yeah, there's so much sex
in
there. Yeah.
The Substance as well.
The Substance, there's a lot of nudity.
Exactly.
Full frontal. Oh, there's a lot of full frontal this year.
So
the Inhibition.
I think
in
they haven't, as usual, they haven't watched.
No, they haven't watched.
As usual, we watched more movies than they did.
Yeah, I agree.
So we have production design: The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, Wicked.
Probably The Brutalist.
Yeah.
Although Wicked has a massive production design behind it, but
it might be like Barbie last year.
Yeah.
Production design and costume.
Yeah.
Sound: A Complete Unknown, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Wicked, The Wild Robot. I am shocked that The Brutalist is not here,
there
because the sound is such a great part of that movie. So at this point, I wouldn't know. I think the way that these nominees are structured, they basically put it there for Emilia Perez to win, because everyone else, I'm not.
Wow,
the Wild Robot
no.
has a really good sound.
Yeah, no.
In fairness,
No.
But I don't know. I'm so confused that the Brutal is not here. I don't know. Maybe we watch different movies, but like the sound is one of the best.
It's haunting, and it helps keep their atmosphere. Yeah.
Even just the Carrara scene with the marble cracking, it's just.
That was such a beautiful scene.
I don't know. And all the initial sequence, I don't know. I'm so confused by this sound group. Visual effects: Alien, Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of Planets of the Apes,
Nala
and Wicked. This is Nala that is basically
decided to destroy
the wall with her head because of these nominees for sound. Wicked.
Visual effects.
Yeah, we support Frame Store.
Yeah, we support that.
So I would say Wicked. No, I'm kidding. We don't support anybody, but we have 2 friends working at Frame Store, so we would be happy for Wicked to win this. Writing, adapted screenplay, Complete Unknown, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Nickel Boy, Sing Sing. I'm so scared Emilia Perez is going to win all of this.
Yeah, I would probably give it to Conclave. Yeah, but who knows?
Good one. Original screenplay, which is our last one. Anora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5th, The Substance, The Brutalist.
The Brutalist,
I would go for The Brutalist. Which is
it's an interesting
story,
Story, yeah.
It is. I think it's interesting how they treat the immigration topic. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, that it's not important the journey, it's important the destination. That is something that most people wouldn't think. I live the opposite. For me, it's the journey that matters, not the destination. And I am an immigrant, but we are a different generation of immigrants. At that time, you have to consider these people went through concentration camps. Yeah. So the journey is the concentration camp. You don't want to think about that. You know
it was more about trying to not lose yourself.
Yeah.
Rather than...
Yes, exactly. So you want to think about the destination, which is like when all of this is over, when
which is salvation.
The abuses have been,
it's done, any kind of abuse.
Yes, and the pain is over. Then we'll get to the destination, which is the fulfillment of a life of pain. Which,
and the end of the movie is that, and the end of the movie is just like that. The way that they've done it, you go through pain with him, and then the end of it, the way that his niece describe him and his story helps you make sense of all of it, and he makes sense of the pain and the way that he decided to live through the pain and liberate himself through his work.
Yes, exactly.
Which I found it really beautiful. I love the end of it. I found it really beautiful.
And the passion that he has for his
for his
work, and how it is an extension of himself
and his relationship with his wife.
Yes.
So it was a way for him to liberate himself
and
her.
To escape. Yeah. And so I don't know. Everyone now thinks Emilia Perez is going to win, but I don't see it this easy for 2 reasons. It's not only that the Brutalist should win in terms of quality. In terms of the Academy, there's a lot of Jewish in the Academy, and Hollywood was founded by Jewish
people. Yeah.
So the Brutalist is
a celebration of their hard work.
He's Jewish, and he is escaping from concentration camps. So even not only in terms of quality, that is just better than anything else, but in terms of the body that votes for this, actually the Brutalist has the upper hand.
It's also a way for them, like if you think about it, even cinema and movies and the way that it's been founded, it's another kind of art, like architectural art. So it can be a good parallelism.
I think still the Brutalist is the front runner. I don't think Emilia Perez...
I'm hoping so. If he would win, it will only be to appease the general public and make a political move about inclusion, diversity.
Yeah, but nobody liked
trans
it
rights.
In the public. Like, I literally haven't met anyone that liked this movie, so I don't know how much it would appease the public.
Pimpy liked it, but she also sees the flaws in it.
Oh, okay. So we know someone.
We know someone, but okay. She's been really objective about it in a way that like she likes the subject, but she still sees the flaws.
Did you like The Brutalist or Emilia Perez more? The Brutalist.
Yeah, The Brutalist. The Brutalist wins. Public opinion wins.
Yeah, here we go. So I think next week we'll probably do an episode with the last 2-3 movies that we've seen that are in the Oscar race, which are The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown. We watched The Apprentice.
And Emilia Perez.
I'll probably watch Sing Sing this week. Emilia Perez. So we'll probably do like
we'll try to
in-depth of these movies. The Substance. Julia's seen The Substance.
And I've seen it as well.
You've seen it as well. So we'll probably do in-depth of these movies in the Oscar race.
So thank you for being with us.
Yes, for bearing with us.
Yeah, which is long rumbling.
Yes, I'll see you next week when Julie's also back with us.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.